Hello there, Aquarius. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Aquarius for May of 2020. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month, and we use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. And I'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you, makes all of us Aquarius is out there named Frankie, I suppose, for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month, kind of like an overall view. I have a short message for us before I begin, and Spirit keeps telling me laugh and play. And that's like the words, like make sure we laugh. Keep our sense of humor intact. And it's going to be very important this month, you know, that we handle everything lightly. So keeping our lightly with a kind touch, that kind of energy, maybe listening to other people's viewpoints or whatever, and not being pushy or, bossy, just listening, laughter, play, and light touch. Whatever situations that we're dealing with, we have good words down here. They're faith, courage, delight, efficiency, and synthesis. And our first card here showing me our synthesis. We got the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. And that's when we got a high degree of awareness, right? Into our intuition and into the spirit world, the intuitive side of life this month. And right underneath that is the Magician card, like a card of manifestation. So spirit with that first original thing, that laughing, keeping my sense of humor, and now the High Priestess coming right off the bat, that's a card of withdrawing, going within, listening to my intuition, like pulling myself back from the world and removing myself so that I can get the insight and the foresight to know what's going on in my own life and to proceed forward. So real high psychic development this month. Now the other thing about the High Priestess is the High Priestess is the keeper of secrets. High Priestess knows all, sees all, but doesn't speak all. So we might want to think about that kind of energy also for this month. And with one of these cards coming up here, I'm thinking that don't speak all might be an important type of energetics. The High Priestess, when you get this energy, the High Priestess does not give an answer unless directly asked the right question. Unless directly asked the right question. And with that original message of laughing and playing more and keeping, our sense of humor intact. And this is a tough time. We have all the virus, energetics going around. I'm doing this in April, so most of us are still shut down and maybe not working and things. So it's a good time for us to be in touch with our intuition. And that last little message there about knows all, sees all, but does not speak all is going to come pretty relevantly clear when I pull, when we start going through these cards here, because our next card here is a great card. It's a Six of Rods. Energetics of victory. It's called the Victory card, about triumphing over like adversaries, coming out victorious and on the top side of things, good news as a result of having met anything that challenged us, which is great, and coming through, with our identity intact and with flying colors. It's like, I don't know where the victory's going to be, but we got courage here. You know, we already did the battle, came out on the other side, because the card is victory is at hand. We overcome, we conquered anything which was opposing us, which is a great energy, feeling secure with our identity in the world, you know, really feeling good about ourselves, very self-confident, past self-doubt, right? Um, Resolved and in the process of winning, like winning some kind of significant battle. We Aquariuses have had last few years have been really tough on us, and, you know, but we're winning the battle now. And when we bring our affairs, right, we'll bring them to the point of success. We can expect like really good things. Our desires will be gratified. We can get gifts received, awards, we can get recognition. You know, it's all that kind of energetics. It's the energetics that's pushing us forward, you know, with that courage energy and faith in ourself, like our looking at our words down here, just that excitement and things of that nature is what I want to say, because our next one here is the Three of Pentacles. These are pentacles to me are money cards, you know, mean money earned well. And this particular pentacle card is indicates a craftsman, like someone who already developed a profession or a trade. Time to turn the skills into a profit, so then success is assured, like our victory card. Victory is assured, you know. um, the threes are planning cards, you know, cards of planning, and this three is usually pentacles, is shows like mostly it'll show two people, and this card doesn't show that, but two people would be on the bottom, and this guy is usually up on a stool or ladder, and these two people are conferring with this person because they know what they're doing. So acquiring marketable skills, right now, maybe preparing ourselves for action in the real world, that kind of energy. Sometimes it happens when we've just recently graduated, maybe college, or graduated from going back to school to upgrade our skills or to change our career in some way or manner, you know. So it's a enterprising card. We're very enterprising, very interested in some kind of particular, like a particular type of commerce or a specific kind of business thing or trade right now. And with that victory card, you know, maybe with this downtime, maybe some of us are developing or going back to school, you know, but going back to school for for a specific thing, or training ourselves for a specific thing. So when we do this, the card itself means that we can anticipate a rise in our earnings, in our finances, things like that, of that type of nature, which is pretty exciting, especially with that victory card. And with that High Priestess card there, and this next one, whoops, I flipped my card upside down here. I won't be able to put them all together for us. With that card in there, there's a lot to keep in mind, because we have good cards, but this particular one here is a little bit tough, you know, but it's telling us how to utilize things to get what we want, you know, because to get what we want. So the Seven of Swords energy, it's like a cautionary card. It shows caution in all of our dealings is being called for, you know. Roundabout action is what the card actually means, indirect communications, you know. So nothing would be quite what it seemed. Maybe that's why we need to laugh, you know, and play. Nothing quite what it seemed. And we have to use like our brain, our wit, to achieve our goals. So when this card comes up, there's a warning that comes with it to avoid being overconfident. Remember, we have that victory card because the card itself is that even if we are in the top position right now or the top spot, the way the card actually reads is lack of proper prudence can still do us in. That means really paying attention. And with that original message from the High Priestess card, right? Lack of proper prudence. High Priestess sees all, knows all, but does not speak all. That's the energetics of this card. So we got an upper hand in some kind of a tricky situation, but we still would have to exercise caution in handling our affairs for whatever reason. I can't tell where these are coming down in any one of our lives. I wished I could. But exercising caution in handling our affairs, it's a time to begin new attempts to overcome, you know, previous things that we failed at, but you don't go at it like the bull in the china shop. Basically, is what it's saying. You know, discretion, discrimination, diplomacy, discernment. I'm going to add one in there, discernment, are all required, and we might not like having this to take these kind of approaches, you know, but it's the way to get um, it's the way to achieve more highly or more likely to achieve our success is the way I want to say it. We might not like it, but it's the way to achieve it. Sometimes a card can bring us good advice. One of you guys that wrote in the comments said, Frankie, did you ever think, and I didn't get a chance to write back to them, do you ever think that that's just throwing away old ideas and only taking ones with you that work? Or tossing out, you know, he's walking away with 5 swords and leaving 2 behind him. Maybe tossing those 5 swords and keeping the 2 ideas that were valuable or important to him. And I thought, well, that might be a good way to explain the card, but normally it's called the card of a thief. And like that, the premise behind the card is someone comes in the camp in broad daylight, because there's usually tents or camp site around it, steals 5 of 7 swords, leaves 2 behind, and everybody sees it happen. And nobody speaks about it, period. You know? It's the elephant in the middle of the living room. That card, combined with this High Priestess card here, the energetics of the High Priestess is making me think about the value of not speaking about all of our ideas publicly, you know, um, publicly. Like if I'm at work, if I am going back to work eventually, if I'm at work, let's say, and I have a really good idea for a project, with that High Priestess card, I wouldn't tell everybody, I have this great idea for this new project and I think it's going to make the company money, you know, things like that type of energy. I wouldn't speak it. I'd be sure if I did speak it, I was speaking it to someone that I fully trusted, that I had faith in, and it was the most efficient, like our words down here, way to get my project pushed through, you know? Because the stealing of intellectual property can come up around this card. So me speaking ideas to my coworker, and then my coworker writes up a presentation and takes it to the boss and presents it as if it's theirs instead of mine, and maybe the commission off of it I could have made, and I opened up my mouth and they took it, you know, I'm not getting any more because of that. And with the energy of that Three of Pentacles in there, and the energetics of this next card, I might want to keep my mouth shut, you know, and take that the oblique approach is what the Seven of Swords says. I may not like taking the oblique approach like this, but sometimes going through the back door quietly, you know, and getting what I need done so that I can come in the front door always afterwards might be a valuable thing because of thinking of this next energy as a Ten of Pentacles. And that's excellent money. It's like a happy card. It means we've established a really solid, secure base in our business or with our family, that all of the planning we did paid off, you know, and we would be enjoying the fruits of our labor. Remember, Pentacles are financial or money, material goods, and energy here on the earth plane. So we'd be emphasizing like home and family at this point, having like, because we have succeeded with that Three of Pentacles energy in there in establishing like secure income that is supportive of them. Maybe sometimes we can be planning to build a new home with Ten of Pentacles, or maybe a second home, a vacation home. Family matters are at the forefront. We would have the leisure time, and if we're still stuck home, these are May readings, but I'm doing them in April, leisure time to like concentrate on our personal affairs, the things that are important to us, you know, maybe for when we came out on the other side of that. And I think maybe that's why we should really keep that sense of humor, you know, not be like bossy, be fair-minded, listen to what other people have to say. And with the High Priestess, maybe listening. The High Priestess listens. She knows all, sees all, but doesn't speak all. But she takes in all the information because the high intuition, you know. That's an interesting energetics around here, because we got people conferring with us, usually in that Three of Pentacles energy, because we know something. And we know it really, really well. And then the energy of someone else taking the idea and running with it, you know, maybe me not getting paid. But being as we have the Victory card down here and the Ten of Pentacles, we come out on the other side, you know, by keeping our lip zip, so to speak, about what it is that we're deciding. I don't know I wished I knew what area that of our lives it's going to come down in, because the rod's energy usually will mean business finance. That Victory card that we got, rod's energy, usually means business finance, and I'm betting for a lot of us, I think, I'm betting that our energy is going to be maybe going towards work or projects between the Seven of Swords and that Six of Rods energy in there, you know. But on stabilization is what I keep hearing in my head, making sure things are stable, running efficiently, like our words. People are working in unison and in harmony. I'm handling things with this lighter type touch and keeping, you know, that light, laughter or joyous energy around it in order to bring it into manifestation. Because with the High Priestess, we got real high intuition, right? Telling us to pay attention, know what we're doing, and believe in what we're doing. Our angel cards have confidence. We are making it through this with flying colors and victorious success. I couldn't get that out of my mouth. Moving forward does not necessarily require you have confidence in your. Require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God's enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and your faith. Our two words down here, courage and faith. That's pretty interesting there. That is really interesting. Our words even came right up in there. Let me see where it's at. Oh, I went too far. Can't get the pages apart. The card is a message from your angels saying you can do it. Trust that you have all the ingredients it takes to complete the mission that's before you, although you may not completely understand how you're going to fulfill this task. Have faith that you will be continually guided. With a high priestess energy, we are being continually guided. The more you can depersonalize this mission and know that it's not about you, the better. Don't listen to the voice that asks, who me? You are utterly worthy, since you're a perfect daughter or son of the Creator, and the angels surround you every step of the way. Stay in the moment and focus on one step at a time. Give all your worries or concerns to God and the angels. Ask the angels to increase your faith, and trust that God's love and wisdom are working through you. Well, Aquarius, that's our reading for this month. You'll have to tell me how it works out for us. I want to tell y'all, everybody, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go neb about me, or if you need or want to set an appointment with me, all the information's down below the screen in the About section. It's over at the website. And there's two short videos over at the website. One explains a prayer class I put out there for you all, and the other one, the suture classes that I put out for you. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It's very comprehensive. It explains how to format prayers, why you do them the way that you do. And the sutras are simple thought forms you put in meditation that takes 5 minutes a day and enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. So it's a real simple process too. Anyhow, for everybody that I've met through 4 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and all of you I've met through 32 years of doing this work now, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.